What is up, everybody? Turboverse TV here today, and we're going to talk about more that was uncovered during the Jim Ryan era of PlayStation. Apparently, Yoshida was forced to either do the indie games, which he got reduced to being head of indies, because originally he was a head of first parties, reduce to indies, or leave the freaking company. It's just fascinating. You know, that people brag so much about PlayStation sales. There's a lot of turmoil going on behind the scenes. So that one of their longest members pretty much got demoted. People were wondering, like, why do you go to first party to indies? Because he had no other choice. Jim Ryan gave him no other choice. Either do indies or just leave the company in general. So there you go. So a lot of turmoil over there at PlayStation, especially with their first party department. That's why you see such a lack of first party content from these last few years. It doesn't seem like it's getting any better at that point. So recently had a long list of cancellations from their live service games, and that hack from Sony didn't help anything. So you're seeing just a lack of first party content, and they're just doing constant remasters over and over again from their PS4 generation games. So kind of get more of an insight on what's going on. So not a good look. And I think he recently left. Yes, this guy recently just left the company after being there for over 30 years. So, you know, but 75 million consoles sold, right, guys? People are doom and gloom about Xbox on a weekly basis. Phil Spencer did another interview. You know, people are losing their minds. What was the interview? He said, Phil Spencer said he's not trying to move PlayStation, Nintendo players all over to Xbox anymore. He gave up on that dream. Now he's just putting Xbox games to PlayStation. And people are like, Xbox is dead, it's done. But, over there at PlayStation, you got people saying, be head of indies or get the F out, pretty much. There's some crazy stuff going on. But, Xbox is dooming, it's dead, right? And this PlayStation has all this turmoil going on. And apparently Yoshida was there even longer than Jim Ryan. There's no way to treat a company veteran. I don't think PlayStation cares. Only thing that matters is that 75 million consoles. That's all people really care about. Basically fired. Jim Ryan did him dirty. Jim Ryan was a mistake to Sony. These are the insights people are saying about this situation. They think that this guy was done dirty. Which, why do you care? You guys only care about the 75 million consoles sold. It's like, I can say all day that Xbox is a better company. Xbox has better policies. Everything about Xbox is just better in general. But you guys want Xbox to go away. And you want Xbox to, I don't know, you just want them to go away. Which you praise stuff like Sony, who is kicking people out left and right. Canceling games, lack of first party. I don't understand this fan base right here. Jim really screwed up with PlayStation. Never was a fan of the direction he was pushing for with the brand. Jim ruined PlayStation. Look at all these comments people say he just ruined PlayStation, but you still champion PlayStation. I think Jim Ryan made the most money. He sold the most consoles with PlayStation. So I'm so confused about what this audience wants. At one breath, they want to champion PlayStation console sales. And next breath, they say, hey, we don't like that guy. So it's like, okay. Jim was the true enemy all along. Jim Ryan has done so much damage to PlayStation. Jim Ryan was a moron. But he sold the most consoles. I don't know how he was a so-called moron if he sold the most consoles, which all you guys really care about. You don't care about anything else but the console sales. So it's just fascinating to see these guys just backtrack to say how they just hate Jim Ryan now. But yeah, I don't know who's the current head of PlayStation first party, but they're still not doing a great job, to be honest. Like, there's no way that we should see this 90 difference between Xbox and PlayStation's first party output, especially this year. Like, it's a clear difference. You got a Valve was just released today. But Sony fanboys have been hating on that game too. You guys are so pathetic to hate on that game just because you don't have any first party until maybe like I don't know November, December. Like Sony fanboys hating on the Valve. It's just corny to me. But they've been hating on that game. South of Midnight is coming out within a few months. We got Doom, the New Age, Shadow Age, whatever it's called, and we got a Fable coming out. So PlayStation, I think all they have is that Ghost of Yodi game, if that's even coming out this year. I don't know what's coming out from PlayStation this year, but it's a 9-day difference between PlayStation and Xbox's output. So it's just like, really, you guys should have been angered before, but you weren't. You were just so happy with PlayStation sales. That's just becoming ridiculous now. You care about the sales more than you care about what they're actually giving you as a consumer for PlayStation. So, oh, look, another reason I don't like Jim Ryan. Other than him constantly lying, Ryan, he was forcing people to, like, hey, you get out of the company or you work at this trivia. I'm like, guess Indies isn't. Well, it's a trivia job compared to first party title, so yeah. They got the fake Jim Ryan account. Don't ever F with me again. I'm your boss always. Oh man, I think he's probably the most hated CEO at PlayStation. And all these games companies, I think Jim Ryan's probably the most hated, but he made them the most money, so that's just how that works. When you think of business, you can remain in that mindset, but when you delve into it as the sole purpose of said business, instead of looking at it as offering history of veterans and legacy, you're not a proper businessman. You're just a dick. Okay. Everybody hates Jim Ryan now. That's what we get from these comments. Oh boy, it is just fascinating. We hear all this nonsense about Xbox, but PlayStation, it's just crazy stuff going on over there. Craziness. Jim Ryan was a joke. His only legacy was launching a PS5 amid the pandemic. Yeah. Any new console would have sold like hotcakes during the pandemic, so did he really do too much for the company? Jim Ryan became the CEO of a super successful company on a winning streak and said, "Let me just F all this up real quick. Thank F he's gone. He's a piece of crap." Oh man, Sony is a complete crap show. Is it now? I mean, I say the same thing. I say the same thing, but you guys just say, "Hey, Xbox sold a lot less than PlayStation." But it's just funny how people say that. Say Sony is not doing so well. Their business practices are terrible. But when I say it, it's an issue. It's just funny how that works out. Jim Ryan is a worthless piece of crap. What a surprise. Yoshida was the one of the last people at PlayStation who generally cared about games. The brand is in desperate need of more people like him and less idiots like Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst. The brand is in desperate need now. Okay. Maybe desperate need of first party? What I've been saying for the longest. Oh man. This is hilarious. This is so hilarious because these same people be in my comment section talking about Xbox is trash, but they don't really like PlayStation like that. They just like that it's so many consoles that they don't really like PlayStation. Their leadership, just hilarious. Jim Ryan single-handedly made the PS5 the worst PlayStation console of all time. People are saying the PlayStation 5 was the worst console of all time. I say it. I'm an Xbox fanboy though. Jim Ryan ran on PlayStation, and you can't convince me he didn't. He set back game preservation by at least 10 years because he was short-sighted and greedy. Good riddance. Absolutely wild they do shoot this dirty man is responsible for so much goodwill turning around the reputation PS3 had. Yeah, so at the end of the day, this dude got done dirty. He got put to head of Indies. Then he shortly left afterward. He left afterward after all this nonsense after Jim Ryan left. So it is what it is. But I've been saying for long as the PlayStation's been in a bad state, especially this whole generation. The first party output, all the ridiculous stuff that's been going on in this generation, not great. So there you go. People are definitely focusing on the wrong things. I'm like, that 75 million consoles sold is not the end all be all. When there's always ridiculous stuff going on behind the scenes. And I was like, as a consumer, for a person who owns both these consoles, a PS5 and Xbox, I think Xbox is doing the better job. Even though they're putting games on PlayStation, I don't really care as an Xbox gamer. Doesn't benefit me or make my experience less because the PlayStation games get to play Xbox games. I don't really care. They get to play Forza Horizon 5, big whoop they do. But you know, Xbox is a dying brand. That's all I've been hearing on social media. Because of this interview, people saying Xbox is dying. Meanwhile, PlayStation is just a crap show, as somebody else said in the previous comment. So I'm included right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. Always thanks for watching, and peace.